Okay, hello. Oh, good morning. I almost got everything set up properly on time. I had so I already set up some noise gating stuff late last week or over the weekend, I think, to make sure that my audio is actually both audible and also denoised, since I'm like right next to the HVAC closet. But anyway, and then I forgot to change my stream title. I made sure everything was working and I forgot to change my stream title. This always happens. I don't know why it always happens, but it does. But anyway, it's morning. It's time to write. No one's here, which means I can do whatever I want. No, I'm not gonna just... I could skip out and play Elden Ring. I'm not gonna skip out and play Elden Ring. Anyway, starting a first sprint in a few minutes. Yeah, I've also been working on well, it's not really a secret project, but I bought a copy of VBridger, which is an app that you link to VTube Studio to make better use of the iPhone tracking stuff. So there's a few extra tracking parameters that you can rig for it. So I'm working on figuring out how to rig those so I can look expensive. So we'll see, fingers crossed. I will look, this time next week I could look very fancy. I could look so fancy, you guys. I mean, mostly what it's going to be is like, I'm actually, well, I can already rig Cheek Puff, but I'm actually properly implementing Cheek Puff There'll be mouth funnel. There'll be some other parameters I don't entirely understand still, which is very exciting. It's very exciting. I'm gonna look very cute. I'm also making some little touch-ups, like fixing some of the shoulder joints under the cardigan that you can't see. Maybe making a little bit more extra arm movement when I move around. I don't know. Eventually I will probably snap and decide to try and actually do arm rigging, which will be insane. So we'll see. Because if I ever decide to like try and do hand rigging, it's really gonna be something. Rigging every single fucking finger. I don't even know how it works. I don't even know how it works. There's probably a YouTube tutorial. Anyway, it's almost time to start writing. So if you're out there, pencils up, get ready to go. Hope you got your drink like I do. You can actually see me drinking, which is weird. Okay. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I'm writing today. I'm kind of like trying to check off extra scenes and stuff in whatever the fuck I'm doing, but let's see. What did I actually check off last time? Let me double check that. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay. I did in fact already check those off. My outline list. Cool. Hmm. 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 I'm just gonna change that phrase real quick. Hmm. Oh yeah, I also set up some bot stuff, so oh. Now someone redeems certain things, it'll automatically do it, which is neat. Mark this as like a block. Mm. Mm. Anyway, so I think I've mentioned that I'm on full caffeine detox, which is like I'm both a programmer and a writer, so that's like not my natural habitat. But the main problem is I want fun drinks, and so many of the fun drinks I knew I could make before had coffee in them. Although I realized that I could just, you know, I used to make Dalgona coffee for myself a lot, which is like basically you make this like whipped coffee paste with instant coffee, sugar, and water. It is horrifying. No, it's very sweet. It's very concentrated. Um, it has a very like cafe drink feel to it. It's honestly very easy to make at home if you have a hand mixer. But I was like, oh man, I can't drink it anymore. And then I remembered they make instant decaf. I'm set. But largely I drink a lot of hot chocolate. Hot chocolate, powdered apple cider, Dalgona coffee. I also bought some decaf, like regular coffee if I feel like it. So, but yeah, decaf tea, herbal tea. I wish I liked Rooibos more than I do, but it's still pretty good. Hmm. Anyway, this afternoon I'm playing Elden Ring. I'm really excited to play more Elden Ring because I really like Elden Ring. I don't. It was like the whole time I was playing it, I'm like, oh god, this is hard. I'm gonna die. Fuck, I'm dying. Uh, but came out the other side like really enjoying it. Actually, it's kind of weird. Hmm. I swear to God, whoever sold my email address to a bunch of Kickstarter campaigns, I hope they know that I am marking all those emails as spam and that they should be reported. So I got distracted by email. I'm always distracted by email. This is my curse. So anyway, oh God, the other thing that I had to talk about is, so recently, so I have been thinking about trying to like publish a web novel, and I want to get like a good head start before I actually start posting it, because it seems like the expectation is posting like several chapters a week, which I've done at my most insane periods of writing, but I don't think I can really reasonably sustain over a long period of time. So I figure build up a buffer and then like either like post the thing several chapters at a time, or like a chapter every few days once I'm done, or like get a head start and then like keep writing while the buffer goes. But I've been doing like some market research as in terms of what web novels are in the top rankings, and boy howdy. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm superior to everyone in this field, because that's always a bad look, and it's very snobby, and it means that you're not actually going to get anywhere in that field because you don't like empathize with the people who are reading that kind of thing. But like, boy howdy, there is some real weird misogyny and kind of like fetishization of lesbians and bi women, and like some oh, you know, I thought we all agreed that Legend of Shield Hero was cringe because of all the slavery. I thought we agreed on that. I didn't think that there were people who thought that was like a cool and fun plot point to add to their stories. I'm gonna burn Legend of Shield Hero to the ground. Also, there's a bunch of web novels where I'm like, come back. I want to see you in a few years and see where you are in your gender journey, just out of curiosity. Mm. I'm not sure if I should add more choices here or not, because I feel like I don't want to end up with too many dialogue trees. Too heavily branched of a tree, but I feel like that's always the trouble with interactive fiction is that it's like, well, you don't necessarily want, it's like it depends on whether you want the game to be really different based on all the choices you make, or keep it relatively the same but give someone the sort of like feeling of agency in what they're doing. I guess it's not so much like a feeling of agency so much as like giving them a kind of emotional agency. I don't know. Oh, and there's the timer. Well, I didn't get a huge amount done, but I did talk a whole lot. But yeah, some of the top web novels and some of the English speaking web novel sites are really, really something. Really, there's a lot going on there. Not that I think it's like, well, for one thing, it's like all isekais. Are people really that thirsty for isekais, or do people just want to write isekais? And that's just kind of what people think that they're supposed to be reading. I just want to know. I want to know. Like, are people really that interested in like 50 similar takes on living in an RPG world? And like having a harem of women. Anime was a mistake, is what I'm saying. Is this like the acceptable form of smut for like romance novels for weebs? This is how they get their smut fix. But it does seem like there's something like culturally, well, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about what speaks to the public imagination about isekai right now, which is like wanting to escape capitalism and have skills that actually matter. Or like wanting a chance to like have a fair shake at, I don't know, like success rather than simply being a tool of the machine, which is like that's really bleak. I'm trying to think about like what would I even write as an like if I tried to write an isekai, what would my premise be? Like what is the ideal isekai premise that would appeal to me as a person to write, not just to read? Because there have been some interesting takes on it, but I feel like a lot of them kind of underutilize the isekai element as far apart from like like a framing thing to be like, oh, and this is like great because it's way better than my old life. Or like to give the protagonist some kind of quest. Also, does this have like a cover image of Valletta romancing Gardevoir? Anyway, there's a lot going on here. Like, I'm sure there is really good stuff in here. I'm just like, I'm a little baffled at what people seem to like to read, just because it goes very far from my own tastes. Also, a lot of this seems to be fan fiction. Is this like for people who are embarrassed to post on AO3? So, I think I just don't really understand the lit RPG genre per se. Is that like wanting to have, is that like a story that has RPG stats in it where it's like playing through an RPG, the main character has like RPG stats? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think this one I thought might have some kind of something to it. But it's like, I feel like I should understand what I'm pitching to if I try and pitch something to this crowd. You know? You know. It's just going to be kind of sad if I post something and no one actually wants to read it. Why is everything about harems? Anime was a mistake. Anime was a mistake. We'll see. I have a couple things that I think could make like decent web novels. They're just really not whatsoever in the well, one of them is like kind of in the realm of like something that like a premise that you would maybe find in a web novel commonly, and the other one is absolutely not. So on the other hand, I might just like also set up a place to like post them on my personal website or something like that. On my Tildaverse site, because I am incredibly smart and big-brained and only want to create sites on Tildaverse now. I don't know. I might create a WordPress website. WordPress is good for publishing stuff like this. The actual use case for WordPress, unlike everything else that I've used WordPress for. Anyway, we're coming up on 2 minutes to the next sprint. I hope if anyone's out there that you're having a great morning. Yeah, I think part of it is like, a lot of the time I don't really understand necessarily like the appeal of isekai as a fantasy. In large part because I don't know, I've always considered myself like very grounded in both like my own body and the world, so I think it just feels kind of alien to me. I think the only isekai that I've ever like really connected to was actually one where the character that got isekai, it's like a stealth isekai. You don't find out it's an isekai until like, I don't know, 50% of the way through, maybe 75% of the way through, and the character that got isekai'd gets to actually go home. So it's very much a different take. Also, everyone read This Time I Will Definitely Be Happy. It's a really good manga. I care them. They're good beans. That's my opinion. Oh, and it's already... Oh, Maxtodon. Hello. Okay. Part of the reason why I do these streams so early in the morning is also to wake my own ass up. It's a Mastodon client for Max running OS 9 or earlier. Jesus. Honestly, I kind of wish that I could use this classic Mac Mastodon client because it looks like it rules. I'm like the only person I know who uses Mastodon. Honestly, I think the nicer to have like a professional tech account on Mastodon. Oh, I need to put more oat milk in my coffee. Now it's just coffee paste. It's really bitter. Oh Lord. Can't answer the phone right now. I'm trying to decide if I want the romance to happen in every single combination of events or only some of them, because I feel like it should be possible to play without the romance. Especially because I know like some people might not, or well, some people don't want to necessarily have that like be a fixture of the narrative, but also I'm gay. I'm gay. So that just, you know, I prefer things that way. Or maybe it has like kind of a different cadence if you I'm thinking. Hmm. Hmm. Should probably, well, my schedule might be changing up a little bit soon. I'm not sure. Fingers crossed, maybe. But I also want to maybe find a time to... The last time I did a ham radio study stream before I was going in for the exam, it was pretty helpful, so maybe sometime next week I'll stream studying for the general exam. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Jen. Hello, I hear you. Baby's coming to visit. So recently, since stuff has been on sale at the Steam store, I bought some stuff. I bought Melatonin, which is really fun. It's a rhythm game that's kind of about kind of weird dreams that weird dreams that a person is having with kind of a lo-fi chill hop vibe, and it's very cute. It's also really hard in some places, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not enjoying whatever my back is doing. Hello, how are you? Good morning, Literal Pixie. What is up? Yeah, the whole sleep thing. Really, really the whole sleep thing is just... I feel like it could, I feel like there's room for improvement on how it works. Oh well, I'm glad you're getting better sleep. Or like at least it's improving, because that's always nice when it does that. Like honestly, there's the timer, so I'm on a 10-minute break again. Like honestly, I'm so glad that my sleep has personally improved since the beginning of the year, because I was exhausted all the time. And it sucked immensely. Oh. Oh. Oh, big yawn. Of course, I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, I've been getting much better sleep. Immediately yawns. Also, I think I picked up the habit of just like saying big yawn when I'm yawning from my mother. It's always weird, like, I know I take after my mother in a lot of regards, but it's always weird to like explicitly recognize the thing that I do where it's like, oh yeah, she does that. uh, simply how aging works, apparently. Hmm. Oh, that's where I saw the other novel mention. The thing I've been talking about a little bit is I've been kind of going through like highly rated like sites where people post like original English language web novels to kind of do a little bit of like market research for what tends to succeed there, just for my own publishing interests of like, is this a good place to put some of some of the stuff that I want to write that's original fiction. I'm like, I'm not sure if it really fits here, but boy howdy, there's a lot to unpack, and the like in the like most read and like trending lists. Boy howdy. Yeah, number one, people were really, I don't know if people really actually like isekais that much, or if everyone just kind of feels like they're expected to write and read isekais right now because there's so much of that in anime. And also, there are a lot of harems. I kind of thought we were out. Okay, I didn't think we were out of the era because that seems to come with isekais now. But yeah, there's a lot of harems. There's a lot of isekais. There's a lot of harem isekais. There's some stuff that's not that, but it's a lot harder to find. So I'm it's a very weird experience. There's some stuff that's like, oh, there's like some more chapter or like epic fantasy type stuff. I also found someone's like self-posted web novel the other day that was kind of interesting. It's about like a kind of a fantasy universe with reincarnation of legendary heroes and also I think monster fucking. So I am going to keep reading that one just to see where it goes. It's kind of interesting. It's a little more heterosexual than I want, but it's enjoyable so far. It's enjoyable. I like the protagonist. Might keep reading that one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if more of them were gay. There's really, yeah, and the problem is there's like some gay content, but it's a little, so like, you know, when people talk about like fetishization, most of the time I'm like, okay, that's a little bullshit, but this is a little bit straight guy gaze on lesbians kind of thing, which is really just don't like it. I'm really not a fan. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I don't want to get too high on my horse because like being an outsider in a genre and being like, oh yeah, I can definitely do better than everyone else is like kind of a bad look, and also generally like a great way to like have your pride goeth before the fall, right? You know? So I don't want to be that guy, but also I do think I'm a pretty good writer is the thing, so I don't know, maybe I'll give it a try, see if I can, I don't know, probably some of it's also in the marketing. I'm not good at marketing is the thing, but we'll see. I have to actually like write enough buffer first to write for an audience that expects like 2 or 3 chapters a week, which is not, I'm not going to have enough buffer for a while. What is my Tumblr username? Wait. What the fuck email address did I use for Tumblr? Oh, okay, that's what it is. Anyway, using my time between sprints to log into Tumblr, a normal thing to do. God, it's already almost been 10 minutes. Okay. But yeah, I have a couple things that I think will work as like solid web novel concepts. I just have to like actually sit down and write stuff out because, you know, I can't talk shit until I've actually written something. That's my stance. Like, if you got something out there, you know what? Good for you. Great job writing. Yeah, honestly, like, well, it's like so many things, so many tropes can be immediately improved by making it gay and like actually giving it like a sort of gay verisimilitude, as it were, rather than because it's like I know people get on like a lot of like BL and stuff for being like written by women rather than like a written by gay men kind of thing, but like honestly, I just think like there's a sort of like I think the approach that women bring to that is very different from the approach that like straight cis men bring to it, or like bring to writing lesbians. But yeah, like make it gay, give it that good old Yuri. It's about the longing. I don't know. I'm also number one proponent of people writing about older divorced women. So also that give me any of those concepts and make it about divorce and I'm there. I don't know why I'm like this. I think it's because I listened to Tallahassee too many times. Yeah. Growing up, going through like a messy divorce and fixes like in real life. Yeah, I can imagine why that would turn you off of the concept. I'm simply a messy bitch who lives for drama and fic. Yeah, I feel like it's sort of like it's a comfort thing. It's like why I know like a lot of people who read category romance are really keen on like the genre convention of HEA, which is happily ever after, because there's this idea that like, okay, here we come to the genre specifically for like, you know, we understand that things might get messy, but a strong genre convention that we've come to expect and that we want from the genre is the catharsis and the like happy ending of the characters ending up together and being happy with each other, and often for the man to grovel. uh like people do literally call it the grovel. I love it. um so I don't think it's really that like surprising, where it's like you're ready for it to get messy as long as there's that guarantee that there is either like a happily for now or a happy ever after. A text message, but I can't look at it without accidentally shutting down my tracking. Hmm. Ugh. Hmm. Oh, does Puzzle come out today in Neural Cloud? Oh, shit. Oh, heck. I really like her design, so I'm ready. I will be chill. I'm calm. I don't need her. I am putting this out into the world so that the desire sensors know that I am chill and cool and they can give me whatever they desire and it'll be fine. But I like her design. She's very cute. I'm also trying to decide if I want to put a few more rolls onto the Dorothy banner in Arknights because I really like Dorothy. She is not per se good, but I love her. I love her. Also, her kit is really funny to use. I'm gonna have to level Robin and Frost so that I can just do what Fayglow does and Trapper Works Unlimited because it's so funny. Yeah, it's I thankfully got lucky. I was within the first 40 rolls, I think, which is pretty good for me. Like sometimes I've gotten really lucky, and like the time I got 2 golden clothes on the first 10 pull, which was insane. Someone I know elsewhere was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I stole your luck by getting 1 in the first try." I'm like, "Listen, no one has stolen my luck unless I The worst I've ever done on a banner was for Rosmontis, who I love with my whole heart. My daughter, my precious baby murder machine, who took me like 200 fucking pulls. 200 pulls. Didn't like that. That was horrible. I think I had to like spend money. Despite the fact that I've been saving up. I've been saving up all my mats. It was horrible. Calcit was also kind of that way, because I got 3 Scalters before I pulled a single Calcit. Hateful. I think that's the worst it's ever gone for me, those 2. I was also prepared for it to be like that with Golden Glow, so I was very relieved when it was not that. Oh wait, actually, I did actually run out of pulls for Surtur, because I did try and like casually pull for Surtur, and then I got like increasingly tilted at the fact that that she was not showing up. I think especially because, well, didn't have that many pulls saved up because the Eunectes banner had been up previously, and I had gone kind of insane for it after a while because I decided I really liked Eunectes in the middle of the story. And then I got Eunectes on the Surtur banner, so I had to wait until Surtur was like in the shop. At which point and finally she had saved my life. I also had to get Aya from like the shop, I think. I feel like my gacha luck has been pretty good, and so I started playing Limbus Company since it came out like a couple weeks ago. Number one, I really enjoy it because all the characters are your awful employees who are mean to you, and don't respect you whatsoever. And also, it's got that particular unhinged Project Moon quality about the whole thing because that's what they do. Oh yeah, I bet. I bet people. I bet a lot of lesbians are playing Limbus Company. Yeah. I should actually go in there and talk about it too. But yeah, I have actually had pretty good luck on banners in Limbus Company, and like you don't necessarily need to like have extra copies of anything to have it be good. So that's kind of nice. And also, I think I've already gotten every single identity from my personal Blorbo, so that's what we call lucky. I think I've gotten all of the possible ones for like both of my best girls. I think I need one more for Faust. Well, she is my third best girl. Yeah, it's definitely, I think it has like I think it's rated like M for mature, ESRB wise, because there is a lot of gore. There is so much gore. There's a lot of blood and gore, and sad people getting absolutely fucked over. So it depends on if you like pain or not, because if you like pain, Project Moon games are for you. If you don't like pain, Project Moon may not be for you. However, I do recommend, regardless of whether the games are your style, reading, shit, what is it called? What is it called? Wonderlab. Wonderlab, that's what it is. It's a webcomic. It's been fully translated officially into English. I guess if you don't like if you don't mind endings that are a little sad. Okay, there's the timer. I'm done. I can just continue talking about Project Moon shit. Number one, it's really no one is given an explicit gender in the comic, which is really funny because it's like no one gets a gender in Lobotomy Corp. So I guess they just decided to not give anyone a gender in Wonderlab, regardless of presentation. But it still has a gayness to it, a Yuri, if you will. The ending is, I would say, bittersweet in some ways. I would say bittersweet. It is not good, but not everyone dies. Which is, that's the It's the tone of Project Moon games. Well, not everyone died. Project Moon. I just think Wonder Lab is really good. Pain Pecco. Anyway, I keep man, I feel like I want to have like a better like drawing workflow, because I feel like I'm still like not, I still haven't decided on what brush is best, but I want to do some more drawing, especially because I have like some other alternate outfit ideas that I want to put on my Live 2D model. So I gotta actually draw those to put them on my little guy. I also have kind of like an alternate pose idea that I want to try out. Because I think it's cute when people have models that you can kind of fully see because they're in a sitting pose. So I want to try doing that and like putting myself in the corner and having it be like a Live 2D model. So I want to try out some of those ideas. I think I also mentioned earlier, before anyone was in chat, working on some stuff to add some new technologies to this model. So we'll see how those go. I might have some of them live by next week, so fingers crossed. I keep thinking it would be neat to like maybe try doing commissions, but I feel like it's hard to break into commissions without having done a bunch of like work for free first, which which sucks a little bit. But at least I can make stuff for myself and then put it in my portfolio. Yeah, I'm glad I could endorse Wonder Lab. It rolls. Gonna link Wonder Lab in chat. Everyone, please read Wonder Lab. But I can't remember. I'm like trying to remember all the characters' names now, and I love the pink one with my whole heart. Tai, yeah. I love Tai. They're really good. They don't deserve anything that happens, and yet. And yet. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I kind of like to do commissions in because I think I could be good at them, but it's also a little bit like hard to break into that market, especially since it's like really saturated in a lot of places. Hmm. Actually, I honestly have like a whole backlog of comics that I should be reading. Like, I really want to finish Seki no Kuni, slash Land of the Lustrous, even though I know that the ending will be pain and it will kill me, and I will be crying the whole time. I will probably be crying for like at least 5 or 6 straight volumes, is the impression that I'm getting. I don't know if this might have been oversold to me, so, or alternately, since I am prepared for it, I may not cry, but I will probably cry. I also, let's see. Oh yeah, I keep reading. I bought a bunch of volumes of Witch Hat Atelier, which I am very looking forward to reading. Should actually read before the GF gets into town. Because I know they'll want to hear my take on it. I could read those tonight. Well, I'm gonna be playing Elden Ring tonight, but also I could start reading it tonight. Who knows? Yeah, there's a bunch of like manga and stuff that I bought on sale or like webtoons that I bookmarked where I'm like, oh yeah, I should read that. That would be pretty good if I read that. And then I keep not doing it. I also do that with books. Because I buy all these ebooks on sale and I don't read them. Or I read them like years later. Oh, what is... Oh, I think it's the construction site playing music. I'm like, what is that sound outside? Oh, it's 11:40, so I should be going again. Here we go. Maybe we should rename it The City since I don't want anyone to think I'm writing Ruby fanfic. Hello, Ranaplaka. How is your morning? Well, great morning then. Yeah, spring break. Well, congratulations. I hope you don't have too much work to do over the break. Yes, baby girl, it's almost lunchtime. You're right. But it's not quite lunchtime. Yeah, it seems like there's always grading to do. It's good to have the supportive frogs in your trying times. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to decide where I'm going with this. I didn't actually entirely anticipate, like, I'm like, not sure what direction I'm going now that I'm actually, like, in it. But I can decide what to keep and what to toss later, I guess. Maybe I could have a toggle at the beginning of the game that says, like, I'm interested in romance versus I'm not interested in romance. Because I feel like that would flow. Um, Hmm. It's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm writing this, and I'm like, I might scrap this all later, or I might not. Who knows? I'm still not entirely sure how much like actual narrative divergence I want there to be in this game. Like, I kind of want it to mostly be in one line, but also it's like, I'm making a weighing hands motion that you can't see. Mm. It's like, I don't know if I should like diagram this at some point and like try and figure out where I want the narrative stuff to like rejoin. I'm gonna need like a fucking flowchart. Like make up a simplified version or something that map like a map on Twine or something. I don't know. Like, I think in the end, I don't actually want there to be that many narrative branches. So I might prune some of this. I don't know. Because partially, like, early on when I was writing this thing, I was trying to, like, make it, like, a big story with a lot of choices. And then I realized I felt like it actually worked better if I made it a little bit more personal and kind of put a little bit more of myself into it. So I might, like, I don't know, smash some more of it back together in the end. It's kind of like, there's this game called With Those We Love Alive, which is a little bit more like, which is kind of in the same vein that has a lot of choices in the narrative or like interactive elements, but there's not necessarily branching paths. It's just more about kind of customizing the feel of the story and sort of the creating a sense of like pacing and time, which I think is really interesting to do with a game. Mm. Oh yeah. There are some pretty good choose your own adventure games that I keep meaning to play. Like I want to say one of them is shit, what is the name of it? There's one about like being a fire spirit who is like a fire wall, which I think is like a great concept. And I can't for the life of me remember what it's called right now, but I remember that it rules. Oh, and there's the timer. So that was okay. I got over 1,000 words. Not my most productive, but considering I'm just like kind of fucking around, throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks, not too bad. All right. Yeah, that's it for this morning. I will be back in the afternoon with some Elden Ring, which I'm very excited about. Court. Fascinating. I don't think I've actually heard of that one. I'll have to check it out. Anyway, I'll be back this afternoon for Elden Ring. So if you're around then, would love to see you. If not, have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by. It was great. And have a good sleep.